Today I'll be showing you how to build this underground redstone house. Vertical lift, that looks epic. Oh, it's going back up. Redstone fish tank, that's so cute.
Enemy mobs detected. Activating security system.
Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Twiistz, and today we're back with episode 3 of my Minecraft building series. If you missed episode 1 of the 8x8 house or episode 2 of the floating redstone house, be sure to check that out. But in today's episode, I will be showing you my take on an underground Minecraft house. So these things are popular, but in my design, I wanted to make it really cool looking and also have it filled with redstone like we do on this channel. We have a vertical lift built into our base, as well as an advanced security system, as well as a few other surprises. So this is going to be a pretty awesome build for you guys to recreate in Minecraft. And if you enjoy videos like this, be sure to take 1 second to absolutely crush that like button. Let's aim for 400 likes on this video. That'll be so cool. But either way, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So here we are in our Minecraft world, and just over the horizon, our underground redstone house. Look at that thing, guys. Let's fly up closer. Check this bad boy out. Made out of wood, redstone lamps, and glass. This thing is so cool. We can actually look down into the building, check out all of the different rooms. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to show you this thing, guys. It came out really well, and yes, it's going to have tons of redstone. As you can see, it's peeking out almost everywhere. And look at the middle, we also have some redstone here as well. I wanted to include as much glass as possible, like I said, to give you that open feel. And if you fly up, you can actually see that we have such an amazing view of the house that's underneath the ground. Now, how do you enter this place? Well, we have ourselves this epic lift at the center. So normally you walk on these blocks over here towards the center and then onto the lift, which is sort of like sunken into the ground. This thing looks really cool in my opinion. We just right click on this button and boom, there you go. You go down into the ground and then you can close it behind you, and that is pretty much it, guys. That is such an epic entrance for an underground base. What do you think? Oh my gosh, look at the inside of this house. It also has so many cool decorations made out of wood. Yet again, we have some quartz for the floor and a nice aquarium on this end. Now this aquarium you can actually turn on by right clicking. Look at that, it's really cool. Where'd all the fishes go? Okay, I guess they escaped the aquarium, but that's cool nonetheless. Either way, on this end of the wall, we have ourselves this sword, this it's not suspicious or a conspicuous sword on this corner. I'm not sure what the word is, but the sword is a lock for the elevator behind us. So when the sword is facing up, we can freely activate and deactivate the elevator. But if we right click on the sword like this, it locks the system, or put in any configuration, quite frankly. So if you put it on the left side and we come over here to hit this button, look at this, guys, it does not open. So we can lock the door behind us, and that will be very good for keeping intruders out, as well as we have some other cool things for intruders if they do try to get in. But yeah, let's go ahead and maybe flip in a different direction and try that again. Look at this, guys, right click and it doesn't work. Okay, so if you flip it all the way back up to the top, boom, there you go, and then right click on that, check it out, the lift comes down and we could go back to the top in no time. So of course we have a few other minor decorations in this room, like the hedge paintings and lanterns, as well as we have on either end 2 doorways, which are actually special doorways. Yes, guys, these things actually are linked up together, making them open at the same time. So I'm gonna walk over the doorway and enter the next room, and look at this thing, guys. Boom, boom, both doors open and they both close at the same time. So it's a really cool creation, and it's going to take us into the control room, and this control room is going to be yet again nicely decorated with all these minor decorations. As you can see, it's pretty much the same layout as the building before, but this time we have a control panel, and this is what you've been waiting for, guys. The control panel includes the defense system as well as the lighting system. So let's go ahead and check this thing out by first clicking the defense system activation button. So this is going to activate the lighting if you right click on that button, and let's go back towards the elevator and open this thing just to take a look at how it appears to the enemy. So if we go back up to the top, prepare for it, guys. Look at this thing. It's spinning around in a circle. Whoop, 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 whoop. We have this defense system activated. So now your enemies, now your foes know what is being prepared for them. The defense systems are up. Do not come anywhere near my base. Let's change it to nighttime so you can see this thing actually spinning around. Whoops, that's not nighttime. Let's add one more zero to that thing, and look at this. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. If you fly up into the air, our defense system is so intimidating. I think it's really, really cool. So if you're wondering, this is just the first step of it. Let's go back down below the floor and activate the two next steps to our defense system. So let's change it back to daytime. Let's actually break some glass over here just to make this a little bit quicker so we don't miss any of the action. And we come down over here to this button. This button is going to open up a hidden system beneath the floor. So now you see that there are 3 hidden trap doors sort of opened up from beneath the ground on either ends of our defense base. That is step 1. And then the final step is to activate our arrow dispenser. So let's go ahead and activate the arrow dispensers. And look at this thing, guys. Check it out. Arrows flying up from beneath the ground on all different sides. This is definitely a pretty cool defense system. There's so many arrows. So let's fly up. Look at this thing. That is so cool. We have just tons of arrows coming out of the ground from either end, and that's definitely going to be pretty intimidating. So if the lights doesn't scare you away, these arrows hippity hopping off of the ground will definitely drive your foes into the wilderness, into the darkness, and also maybe kill some zombies. Let's actually go back, deactivate the system, and maybe play some zombies to properly test it out. So I'm also gonna fill this back up because it looks kind of gross. So yeah, let's fill that back up, and look at the amount of arrows. That's just on one side. Oh my gosh, this is so epic. Let's just grab all these arrows. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Let's just get them in our inventory here. Oh my goodness, almost 4 stacks of arrows just on one side. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, let's go ahead and grab some zombies. Also change it to nighttime here. Boom, nighttime, and then grab some zombies. What other mobs can we put down? Zombies, the OG is back to play. Okay, so they obviously fall into these areas, but yeah, just ignore that for now. All right, so let's just keep placing them. Trying to place so many baby zombies because those guys are pretty ferocious, if I do say so myself. They're basically the Flash. They have such fast legs. So we switch to tonight and spawn down all the zombies. All that's left is to enter survival mode, activate our defensive systems, and go up to the top to taunt them a bit. So let's head into our lift, hit that button, and then enter the war zone. Look at this thing, guys. Come on, zombies. What do you want? I'm gonna shoot you right now. Get through our defense system. Yes, it's only gonna give us a little bit of protection because the baby zombies are so fast. Okay, maybe it's not working that well. Oh gosh. Oh no, I can't die because I didn't actually save my spawn. Ah! Okay, run back quickly. Okay, let's switch into creative mode. Oh my gosh. Creative! Oh gosh, I only had 1 health left. So it's not a perfectly working system, but as you can see, the zombies are falling down into the hole as well as getting hit with our arrow dispensers. Now, if there were maybe like 5 or 6 of them or some players, it'll be a nice, cool defense. But with a massive horde like this, of course, it's now just going to be for role playing. But yeah, that is our defense system. I thought it was a pretty cool addition to the map. Like I said, intimidating. It's meant to basically, you know, make your opponents run away. Not really so effective with, you know, killing them. But either way, to close up that system, we need to right click on this button to deactivate the arrow system. And then once we do that, right click on this button to close the trap doors. Now, if we actually fly up above the ground, you can see that Now our system is closed and we can switch back to daytime where all the zombies will start getting lit on fire. That's making me lag, so let's just change it back to peaceful mode. Boom, they're gone like magic. And of course, I need to pick up all these arrows. Another cool feature is the glass located right over here, which will allow the lighting from the top side to reach inside of the house. As you can see, it's basically the same on each side of the building. Now let's continue with the exploration at the bottom by entering this door, which will give us access to the redstone. So look at this thing, guys. We have T flip-flops everywhere, redstone everywhere. It's just so cool. We're going to be building all of this, of course, so we're not going to spend too much time on it, but this is pretty much the trapdoor system with the dispenser right at the bottom. And of course, this is the underneath part of our lighting system. So we have like a doorway to make sure everything is working, and the number one reason why is of course because we need to refill the dispensers. So yeah, let's enter the house and check out the third room by going over yet again another version of these redstone doorways. So walk through, and here we are in the third room, nicely decorated once more. We have a secret door back here which will take us yet again to the redstone at the center, and a secret storage system or storage room. There you go. It's just a nice little addition to the building, not too much to add there, but either way, in this room we have some other cool decorations. Boom and bam, everywhere you can see it's gorgeous. And the main attraction in this room is going to be an underground bunker. So if you stand on this carpet right over here and right click on that button, it'll take us down into the ground. Check this thing out, guys. And in this room we'll have everything we could ever need: crafting tables, ender chests, bookcases, and whatever this block is, upgrade gear, and our stone cutter with our furnaces, and of course our bed to make sure this house is an actual house. So yeah, that is pretty awesome. And these things are just decorations, of course, to make the thing work. And on this end we just have some ladders and some lanterns to give us some lighting. To get back up to the top, we right click on this button, boom, and it goes back up to the surface level. Isn't that cool, guys? So simple yet so cool as well. So that's a pretty awesome little feature. And if we actually right click on this, stand over here and right click on that button, it could send the system up, leaving us down to the bottom, making this an actual bunker. Now, I didn't attach another button to bring this back down, so what I'm going to do is actually break a block and go back up to the top, because I just realized I trapped myself down there. Now it's time to take a look at the final room in the house, walking through these redstone doors yet again into this epic room. Check this thing out, guys. Flanking statues on the left and right hand side. Awesome decorations to showcase the very centerpiece of this room, walking down the stairs towards our armor equipment station. So if you come over here and right click on that button, check this thing out, guys. We have a full set of diamond armor. That is so awesome, and it refills automatically, and this design is so compact. I cannot wait to show you guys how quickly it is to build this. So let's clear our body once again and come over here and right click the button and check it out. It refills itself with diamond armor, and you could do this basically 9 times in a row. Let's go ahead and try it one more time because it's just so fast. It's so fun. Right click on that button, bam, we have some armor on, ready to get into the battle. So this is all about defense and attacking. This base is really cool, guys, and now I'll be showing you how to build it. The first thing you're going to need is a flat area and all of the blocks in my inventory. Once you have that, come on over to the center of the space using pink concrete. Mark a 2x2 area, which is going to indicate the center of our entire building, as well as the location for the vertical lift. Once you have that, you want to grab some stone brick stairs and digging out the blocks just beside our pink concrete, place down our staircases right over there. Boom, bam, and bam. Then grab some dark oak stairs for the corners and connect them up just like this, creating the first layer around the lift. Now to move on to the second layer, we need to grab some spruce wood, and before we place down the spruce wood, of course, we need to dig out the ring around the first layer. So yeah, there we go, we dug it out, and now we're placing down our spruce wood just like that. Bam, there you go. And we need to place down another layer around the spruce wood. This is going to be made out of glass, so let's dig around the spruce wood and place down that glass And let's replace that real quick. Boom, there you go. And there you go. So simple, guys. We're almost done with the center part. But yeah, so far so good. Alright, next up we have another layer, and this is going to be made out of our stripped birch wood. Once again, dig out all of the grass around the glass this time in order to place down our spruce wood. So there you go, our birch wood, I think. Yep, there you go, our stripped birch wood to be exact. And just like I'm doing here, just build around like that. Boom, check that out. Now we have pretty much the entire middle section of our structure. Now what we need to do is come on over to any of the left side of the square. So that's the right side, this is the left. If I come over to this side, that's the right, this is the left. And count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then build out just like this. And you also want to replace this block over here because, as you can see, it's sort of cutting into it. So there you go. And then come on over to the left side yet again, and let's destroy that. And then count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then extend this all the way down to the 5th block. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You get the idea. And for the final one, we're going to do it yet again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then what we need to do is grab the pink concrete yet again and build from this block right over here. Very important. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we need to grab more of our stripped birch wood and dig out this block in the ground and place one facing towards that direction. So there you go. Diagonally do the same thing. Diagonally yet again, and diagonally once more until you reach the second to last block on this corner. So there you go, guys. We have like sections off now. What we need to do to expand this is pretty much grab ourselves some more pink concrete, or actually I'm gonna grab the spruce wood and just do it directly this time. 1, 2, and then do one diagonally, 1, and then boom, and then boom until it connects all the way up to the edge. So that's 1, 2, 3 if you weren't counting. And then we're just going to extend this all the way down to the very tip of one of the corners that we just made, and then digging out a section over here that's touching our spruce, or our birch wood, sorry. We're gonna fill it in with our spruce wood logs, and then filling out diagonally on this end, we can create the border that will contain our glass. Now that we have that, let's continue building here by grabbing our redstone lamps, digging out this entire section and replacing it with our redstone lamps. And for this area, we're going to replace this entire spot of grass with glass. So it's going to be very simple to follow along. And once again, you have to just repeat this 4 times or 3 more times to finish out the middle section. But now we need to dig out another layer and first also extend this by 2 blocks. So let's just go around quickly here and extend this by 2. Boom. And this will help us basically to guide where the next blocks should be placed. So there you go, it's extended by 2. Now what we need to do, like I was saying, is dig out another layer around the entire structure. So what this means is dig out like this, and 1, 2, 3, and carry it around the entire side. I'm gonna do half of it, that way you guys get a good idea of what I mean and you're not like left in the dark. So not this block over here, only the blocks that are touching, like so, leading up to that and going around the entire structure. And then another block we need to dig around our glass, like so. Another layer. And yeah, so in this spot we're gonna use to place down our redstone lamps. That'll be sort of spiraling around the entire structure. So let's just go ahead and fill that in. And almost there. Boom, check that out. So that is pretty much half of the entire structure. We need to repeat the process of the redstone lamps in the center all of the glass as well as the redstone lamps at the edge, and then we could continue building up our structure. So there it is, guys, the top section of our house. Let's continue now by digging down beneath the ground to make room for our building as well as for the vertical lift. Coming back to the pink blocks at the center, just destroy this for now and dig down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now let's go ahead and take out this entire space just to give us some room to work with. Here we go, and just to double check here, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks, and the 7th block should be the floor of our underground base. Now what we need to do is basically come on over to this section and count down 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be even with the space we dug out in the middle, and then come on over to this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and basically do the same thing until the entire floor underneath all of the blocks that we just placed is completely dug out. So go ahead and do that. Well, that took a really long time, but we managed to dig out the entire bottom section of our structure. Now comes time to build our vertical lift. To do this, we want to grab a random block of our choice and mark the exit of our elevator. It's going to be towards this direction, and that will help me orientate the redstone for the entire build. Coming back to our 2x2 area at the center, go all the way down and place 4 sticky pistons on top of our 2x2 space with 4 slime blocks on top of that. So let's grab our slime blocks and place it just like this. And then you want to grab another block of your choice, grab an obsidian and place an obsidian down at the bottom right sticky piston, 1 on the slime block, 1 on this slime block, and count 1, 2 up, destroy 2 blocks at the bottom, and then place 1 over here, count 1, 2, 3, and destroy the 3 blocks at the bottom. And keeping in mind the exit is going to be towards that direction yet again. Then grab yourselves any block of your choice and place 1 down over here, 1, 2 over here, and then a upside down slab over there with 1, 2 more, destroy that block. And actually, let's make this 3, grab some more obsidian and count down 1 diagonally, 2 diagonally, and then some more blocks of your choice. Extend it up from that block and then 1 over, and it should be 2 over here, 3, 2 slabs, and then 1 block over here with a bit of redstone dust there. Redstone repeater here, set this to a 2-tick delay. Redstone repeater here and here, 2-tick delay at the top, 4-tick delay at the bottom, and redstone along all of these blocks. So there you go. That should now allow us to activate the elevator. So if you want to just test this out to make sure it is working, let's grab that lever and place it right on this location, right click on that button, and boom, there you go. It extends up and goes back down into the ground. Next thing we want to do is just grab some slabs here. It's going to be birch slabs to match the top birch wood, and place it at the bottom of our, or actually at the top of our slime blocks, just like that. Grabbing some more of our obsidian, place 1 down by shift and holding space if you're flying, or just shift and right clicking to place obsidian on top of that redstone repeater, and just fill this out because of course any block touching slime blocks will cause it to break. Okay, now you want to grab some obsidian and place a block right on top of our redstone just like that, and 1 on the left hand side. Then coming from this left obsidian that we just placed, count down 3 blocks diagonally to make 4 in total. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the 4th block should be touching this bit of redstone dust. Next we want to place down redstone dust all along these 4 blocks. Grab some strip birch wood and place them down just like this for now, just so we know where to put the button. The button's going to be located right on this block. And then coming to the top, let's grab another button and place it on this block right over there. And it should go ahead, when you right click on that, activate the bit of redstone at the bottom, and right click on that, activate it as well, all with 1 input. Then we want to grab some stone bricks, place 1 down over here, 1 there, and 1 towards the right. Destroy the block in the middle, place a sticky piston facing up, a target block right beneath it, which will connect up in a second, and then finally a movable block at the top. I'm going to use my strip birch wood yet again. Then we place down redstone repeaters here, there. That was really weird, but there and there. 1 block here, 1 block down, bit of redstone dust there. A redstone repeater here set to a 2-tick delay, sticky piston facing up, another movable block. That's not a movable block. Let's try this. There you go. and another sticky piston here, going into a block with a bit of redstone dust at the bottom, sticky piston on its side, block in front of that, dig a hole, and then place a redstone torch, bit of redstone dust here, and then grab our pink block yet again, and connect it up to this area just like that. Now comes the major part of creating the layout for all 4 of our rooms. To do this, we want to grab some obsidian blocks, place it on the side of those slabs, then grab some spruce planks, place it on the side of those obsidian blocks, with some of our staircases on the side of the planks beneath our staircase, more planks on the side of those planks, and then stairs on the side of the planks with some spruce planks beneath the stairs and stairs on the side of those planks. And it should be able to touch the ground at this point. Let's go over that one more time. We have obsidian, plank, stairs, and stairs. Very simple to recreate. Now we need to grab some dark oak wood, just like the one used over here, and build all the way down until you touch the floor. And this will just help us to mark the location for the rest of our structure. So let's go ahead and do this. Boom, there you go. And over here as well. Basically, all of the sides except for the middle section. So I'm just going to build it with you. That way you guys could see me build one completely, and then you could do the rest on your own. We're also going to build out a layer like so. And I'm also going to do this sideways just so it looks a little bit better. There you go. And then one here. Boom, sideways. One there. Boom, sideways. Sideways. And then destroy the ones at the back. And then build out over here as well. And this is actually going to be made out of glass, so we just destroy these two and leave the one at the edge, and then we could grab some glass over here and then build it all the way down to the next block. So it should look something like that. Grabbing some block of netherite, build a layer of netherite beneath the glass, and then over here as well, extend it into the wall, and make sure this is facing up. Then we want to grab some of our stripped birch wood, and then starting from this block right over here, like one block in front of our target block, we want to raise this all the way up to the bottom of that dark oak wood log. There you go. And make sure they're facing vertically yet again. And we're just going to extend this towards this side. And we're going to leave a 2 gap over here, fill this out too. And then grab some of our dark oak wood, and then build out 2 like this, and actually connect this up together. And what I mean is this is 2 blocks away, and it's leaving basically a 2x2 space for our doorway, like you see, and then fill the rest out with our stripped birch wood. And this 2 space here is just for the redstone we'll use later on. Line your side up, the floor with the ceiling, and wherever you see glass, that's where our white concrete is going to be. So as you can see, if I place white concrete over here, stand and then look straight up, you can see that there is white concrete. And if I want to come over here and do this as well, right over here, boom, there you go. And basically replace the entire floor just like that. So on this end, as you can see, white concrete. Right above me is glass. Now for this side, we just need to grab some more of our dark oak wood. Come on over to the final glass block on the right hand side and build the pillar going all the way down to the bottom. Then grab some spruce slabs and place them upside down beneath our netherite blocks. And you should now have a pillar on the left and right hand side that's pretty much identical to one another. Then we need to grab some more of that dark oak wood coming down to this block over here, build all the way down until you have a 2 wide space to walk through. And then you want to do that over here as well. Make sure you destroy this block at the back and build it 1 more down. And remember to keep this vertical yet again, and then 1 block over here. And this is going to be the same pattern on every single side. You're going to have these 3 blocks over here just to hide the redstone we'll be adding in later. Grab some more netherite and replace these bottom blocks with netherite, yet again keeping a 2 wide space, which of course is where our doorway is going to be. And then you want to grab some stripped birch wood and place yet again, coming 1 back away from that final stairs, build all the way up to the top, like so. And then you can build out 1, 2, 3, but we'll leave that for now and focus on the elevator section. To finish out the elevator, you just need to build out like so. coming from that block and extend it all the way up to the top. There you go. And we should now have like the elevator section now completely walled off. Bam. And this area, you just want to, every single thing that you just saw me do, including this part, that part, and the floor lining up to the ceiling, you want to repeat this for the next 3 sides of our building. So once you do that, we can continue on with the build. Now I'll show you how to add in all of the redstone for our lighting system. I created a helpful guide for me, but to start off, you want to come on over to this side of the structure, keeping in mind that indicator we placed a little bit earlier. Once you have your position, you want to come on over to this block of birch and then dig down 2 blocks. So as you can see, 1, 2, and this is going to be the floor of where the redstone will be placed. Next, you want to count over 1, 2 redstone lamps, and then down below place down a block with a redstone torch on top. Then count 1, 2 blocks over, block on top, 1, 2, block on top, 1, 2, and another block on top with redstone torches on top of all of those blocks. And it should activate all of the lamps. And then 1 block diagonally to this final one right beneath our redstone lamp, we place down a block, diagonally another block, and do the same until you reach all the way down to the other side. And of course, place down redstone torches on top of all of these blocks. Then you want to grab a bit of redstone dust, place one to the right of this final block at the edge, there you go, and then place a redstone repeater in front of it with a birch wood block just like this. Then a bit of redstone dust here, here, and there. We place down redstone repeaters here and there. This one's set to the original delay, this one's set to a 2-tick delay, and then we have a 4-tick delay here with a 3-tick delay and a 4-tick delay. So here we go, 4 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks, and 4 ticks right over here. So this is going to basically go into another redstone repeater. Redstone repeater is going into all those bottom blocks. 2 bits of redstone dust here, there, and behind these blocks connecting up to the original. So there you go, you can pause the video and look at that. Redstone dust on top of all of the orange blocks and redstone repeaters here yet again. Let's go over one more time. We have a 2-tick delay, a 4, a 3, a 4, and a 4. Now coming back to this side, we want to grab some redstone repeaters and place them going into our bottom blocks just like so, with a bit of redstone dust behind each of them. And then you need to set all of those to a 2-tick delay, and then destroy this bit of redstone dust and place a birch wood right on top with a redstone torch towards the back of it, allowing us to deactivate all of the redstone lamps. The next thing I'll show you how to do is connect this system up to the center area. And to do this, you want to come back down below the map to where we built the side wall and destroy these 2 bits of netherite blocks, or netherite blocks, and you should now have a space over here. You just want to pretty much come back over to the other side and place down a block like that, so it should be extended outward from the building. Then you want to go back towards the other side and grab yourselves, or make a space for 3 long. We're going to take a signal out from this block, like so. 3 blocks, you should see that it will be activated, and then into a redstone repeater by destroying that block, going into this block of netherite, going into this redstone repeater, going into a block that's facing up, and this block is going to be right below this redstone lamp, and that will allow us to place down a torch on top. And then diagonally to that block, we place another block with a redstone torch on top, another block diagonally with another redstone torch on top, and then leaving a space of 1, we place a redstone repeater just in that cavity there, and then another redstone repeater over here with a bit of redstone dust there and on top of our birch wood. So on the other side, it will look something like this. There you go. Bam. And coming back over to the other side, we need to finish this up. So let's go down. And we have another block up over here. It's going to be beneath this area, which will allow us to activate this single redstone lamp. And then finally a redstone repeater that's going to carry this signal from this redstone repeater through into the other redstone torch that's over here. Now, once this entire system is activated, all of these redstone torches should turn on. But before we test that out, let's come down over here. Can I fit? No, I don't think I can fit. But you need to set these all to a 2-tick delay. So if you didn't see that, I set this one over here and the one back there to a 2-tick delay. Then we just need to come back over to the activation and just destroy the torch. And as you can see, it will send a signal and also like wrap it around the center area as well. And all that's left to do is to carry the signal around the entire structure. And once you do that, I'll show you how to create the activation system to make it go in circles. There's all of my redstone added. Let's test the system out by placing down a button on that torch, right clicking, and it should send a signal wrapping around the entire structure, giving us that awesome effect. So that's pretty cool. All that's left is to attach it up to a clock and to the control room. So let's go ahead and do that by plopping down into our control room over here, grabbing some oak planks, and start building out this wall over here. It's going to be one back away from that oak wood logs or the spruce wood logs, but we just continue building nonetheless and connecting up this entire area, just totally filling it out. And then coming to the center block over here, destroy 2 blocks, and then destroy a border or frame around it. Grab some smooth stone and place down a smooth stone at all 4 corners, including the top block, and then place down 2 bits of chisel stone bricks on the left and right hand side with a bit of white concrete at the bottom. Then go ahead and grab yourself a door, an iron door to be specific, with a pressure plate. So there you go, regular pressure plate, regular iron door, and just place it over there just to make it look a little bit nicer. Now we need to grab a button, place it on this block just to the left of that chiseled stone block, then grab an item frame with a shield. I'm using the shield just to indicate the defense system is activated. That's why it's such a funny looking block, or a funny choice of block. But either way, place down your item frame with the shield on that. You could also place on another block over here and over there if you want to get started earlier with item frames on the bottom of each. But either way, come back over here towards the other side of this wall, and then you want to place on a block over here and a block like that. Grab a bit of redstone dust. Let's just go ahead and do that, and place a bit of redstone dust here and there. And then you need to grab yourselves a slab. Let's go ahead and do that. And this slab is going to take this redstone 2 blocks towards this direction, and then 1 block up like this, and then 1 more block up to the top. So you might get the idea. We're taking this up to the top area to give it for the activation system. Then 1 more block over here, and then ignore that for now. Come back over to this side, grab yourselves a redstone repeater, place 1 down over here, and then place 1 down right over there. And then you want to grab a random block of your choice and place it in the middle, or actually 1 away from the middle, like towards the right hand side, with a sticky piston on the back of it. So that sticky piston will push forward this block, which will take a signal, which will help to activate our entire lighting system. Now towards the back over here, what we need to do is create a T flip-flop. So I believe we place down a block or a redstone repeater over here with a sticky piston facing up over there, a block on the face of that, another redstone repeater coming out of that. And the reason why I say I believe is because this actually needs to be 1 more towards that direction. Either way, that's how you create the T flip-flop. Let's head into our control room and just test out that button to make sure it's working. Right click on it. As you can see, it pushes the block forward, leaving it there to activate the system. Let's destroy that block and replace it back right to the front of the sticky piston. Now in this area, what we need to do is basically count out maybe 2 blocks, or just give us some room over here and create a circular redstone system and set each of this to a 3-tick delay. And it's very important because you want it to go at a certain speed so it's not all lit up at the same time, but with a nice effect. Then you want to grab yourselves a lever, and then with this lever, place it down over here and quickly turn it on and off. So there you go. We now have this rotating system. Then you need to go ahead and place a bit of redstone dust over here and there, and should now pulse that redstone repeater. And of course, when we activate the button in the control room, it will activate the entire system. So let's try it out 1 more time. Right click on that button, boom, there you go, moves that block forward, and now we have a signal wrapping around the entire area. I'm not sure why over here it's not, so like I was saying, the clock is very specific because as you can see, it's going so fast that those redstone repeaters aren't actually turning off and turning on. They're just staying on. So in order to fix this, we just need need to slow the system down. So just increase the ticks until it's going at just the right speed till it starts wrapping around. So there you go, it's now beginning to wrap around, and that's what I mean by it needs to be at a very specific speed. But you can play around with it until you find that solution, guys. To make the area to add in our defense system, we want to first grab a block of our choice, come on over to this redstone lamp over here and count out 1, 2, and 3. Come on over to the other side and do the same thing, 1, 2, 3, and then dig down 1, 2, 3 blocks down into the ground, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks down this direction, and do the same thing until you get to the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down this direction, 3 blocks into the ground once again. So that's 1, 2, and 3, counting the top blocks. And then you basically want to dig out this entire area, and you just want to repeat this process on every single side. So I already did that, as you can see, dug it out, extended out 3 blocks, and what you can also do is start covering up this area as long as it's 3 blocks away. So you just, follow that rule on every side. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, it would basically line up, and you could also start filling in these areas as well, because you won't really be interacting with them. Once you have the areas all sorted out, you want to come on over to the far most left and then count 1, 2 and place a block down over here. It's also 2 blocks away from the front, 1 block away from the back, and then count 1, 2, 3, and then place another one here, and then 1, 2, 3, and then place another one right over there, and it should have 3 blocks behind, 3 over here, 3 over there, and 2 on the left hand side. We're going to start building up the system in this area that I already made, and you want to start it basically right next to the clock as well. It'll make it a lot easier to connect it up a little bit later, but either way, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a dispenser and place it in the floor where that colored block was, and then place down a sticky piston facing up over here right next to our dispenser, with 2 sticky pistons facing towards the dispenser, just like that. A block of your choice, a colored block right in this area, with a block up next to our sticky piston and 2 blocks down over here. Redstone repeater set to a 1 tick delay, a bit of redstone dust there, and then grab yourselves a lever, test this out. As you can see, it goes up and it comes back down, and we'll replace this block with the floor block a little bit later, but we need this just to see where everything's located. Let's do this one more time, or just finish up the area over here, into the ground, grab yourself sticky pistons facing up, sticky pistons on the side just like that, block on top of our sticky piston, block on the side of our sticky pistons like that, 2 blocks there, 2 blocks there with redstone repeater going into that block, 1 tick delay, redstone repeater, 1 tick delay with a bit of redstone dust right behind that. Next, we need to destroy a line of blocks that is beneath the ground over here. I didn't include this since this is like underground, and it's also very quick. We just need to bring the redstone down 1 into the floor by placing a block down like this. Bam, bam, and bam. Redstone repeaters going into the side of these blocks, like so. Whoops, just 1, not all of them. There you go, bam, and 1 over here. Redstone dust, and then what we need to do is also dig down beneath the ground where our dispensers are located. 2 blocks into the ground. That way we could have room to connect up our redstone. Block at the bottom over here, bam. Block here, bam. And 1 block over here with redstone repeaters yet again going into that with redstone dust behind it. So let's try that again. There you go. Redstone dust, and a bit of redstone dust here. And then you just want to repeat this entire process on over to the other 3 sides, and then I'll show you how to connect it up. Alright, so what I did was dug out a trench connecting up each of our separate arrow dispensers with one another. And the reason why I wanted to do that is first to show you a nice perspective of it. You can obviously tunnel underground yourself, but there you go. I'll show you how to do it on the final corner right now. It's pretty easy. What we do is come down over here first to this block And what we need to do is break 1 block away like that, and then 2 more. That way, once we start digging this area out, we don't accidentally cut into our redstone. But yeah, it's very important that we go 1 block down into the ground, and then we need to look up and destroy all of these blocks over here and start making an outline that's going to line up to the block on the edge over here. And I'll show you right there. It should line up with that bit of redstone, and then the next bit of redstone is going to line up right over here. So there you go. So it's going to be 1 block away from that dispenser, and this is going to go down until it interacts with this corner over here. And once we destroy all these blocks, as you can see, it will not affect the redstone of the lighting system. Okay, so how do we actually easily remove all of this? Besides, you know, if you're on Bedrock Edition, you'll need to do it manually, but to easily remove it on Java Edition, what we need to do is come down to this block in the ground, place down a block right over here. That's actually 1 away from our redstone, like I was saying. Type in /fill, tab it out until you get the coordinates for this block, fly up until you reach this area, look straight forward, and place a block over here, and then tab this out. Type in air, hit enter, and boom, there you go. We dug out that entire area. Then you want to come down on this side, look at this block right over there, type in fill again. So highlight it all, tab out the fill command, place down a block over here, boom, and type air, and bam, there you go. The area is now dug out, and that's what I did for basically all 4 sides. Once we have that, what we want to do is pretty much grab a signal from this block starting right over here and place down a redstone repeater over there, and also place down a torch over here to activate it, just so we can get a nice view of where the redstone is going to be. So you'll see once it's activated, it's going to push our blocks up, and also we want to destroy the 2 blocks over here and grab a signal coming out of this one as well, and also activate this so we can see how long the redstone is being powered for, so we know exactly where to place our repeaters. So as we travel this, we want to take it all the way to the edge, and it should go out right about here. Place on a redstone repeater and continue the signal all the way down until we reach the next redstone repeater. It should activate that system. We continue this down into the other system. I don't need to show you all of them. I'll just show you the dispenser activation system, which is going to be right over here, and you can place down a redstone repeater on that position and it will still connect up. Our entire system is now hooked up to 1 single input. If we remove this torch, as you can see, all of the blocks will be pulled away, and then when we activate the dispensers, all of the dispensers will be activated at once. So there you go. Now we just need to attach this up to the control room by coming down to the space for our control room right in this location. Grab a pressure plate and place on the other side of that door as well, because we've totally forgot to do that before. You could dig out an area over here and sort of make it so you have enough room. Place on a bit of redstone, a block over here first, a bit of redstone dust right here, a redstone repeater going towards that direction, a sticky piston facing up, block on top of that with a redstone repeater coming out of that into a sticky piston facing on its side with a block on its face, and a block in the ground right over there. And this T flip-flop will connect up to the rapid signal, so we just grab a redstone repeater, place it over there with a block here in a Y shape, place on a redstone repeater going towards that direction, set to a 1 tick delay, redstone dust here, redstone torch there, and redstone torch down here at the bottom. That should give us a rapid signal, as you can see, and when power is applied to that block, the signal will stop, and when the power is removed, the signal will continue on. If you want to figure out another system like this, if it doesn't work on Bedrock Edition, just search redstone rapid signal, or you can make a clock like I made upstairs. But either way, yeah, let's grab a signal from this block, like so, as you can see, and then this will be taken towards this area over here, and make sure that these 2 blocks are not connected, otherwise it will break the system. And then place a redstone repeater there, and now you should see it will carry around the signal. Actually, I didn't wrap it around yet, but it will carry around the signal, activating those dispensers. And once you go back and click the button, it will deactivate it like so. We click the button and the signal now stays on, dispensers stop firing, and that is the arrow dispensers finished. And to do the doors, what I'm going to do is grab myself a door, an iron door, to indicate in this area. We're going to just add in T flip-flop, like I said. So that block is going to be right over here. Boom. And let's see if we have room to add in a repeater. Sticky piston facing up. And sticky block on its side with a redstone repeater coming out of that. Sticky piston on its side over here with a block in front of that. You can place a block on the bottom if you want. But inside of this area, you want to place on a redstone torch so the block gets pushed over into it. And we could use a different color here. There you go. And we're going to grab a redstone signal from that block. And then we're going to send this beneath the ground. So there you go, sending it underneath the floor. And let's go down with it. And send it one more just for good measure. And what we need to pretty much do is bring it over to the other side. So I'm just going to go down over here and dig down, as you can see. There you go. And carry the signal forward. Dig out some space over here. There you go. Up, up. Go up until you reach the very edge of our system. So let's just continue breaking this. So this is going to be the very edge of our system right over there. We're going to place down maybe a redstone repeater just at the center, so we don't have to come back and fix it later, since the delay isn't really that much that it matters. And then this is going to connect up to this bit of redstone over here, and this is going to wrap all the way around and take the signal to that dispenser, and it will not continue from there. It will just stop at that one since this one is being activated. But this system will skip past the first one, go all the way around, and then come back to this dispenser over here. So that's pretty much how you would connect it up. And once you connect it up, you could basically be done with this area. You'll just need to decorate it, and we could carry on with the next section. But so there's our area filled out. You can't even tell the amount of redstone that's beneath this place. But now let's continue building. We're going to create next our door lock as well as our aquarium. So to do this, we come back down here to the staircase, grab ourselves a smooth stone, build a pillar right on this side of the wall, one back away from our spruce wood logs, and then come and grab a polished basalt block and build a pillar on the left side. And on the right side, then you want to grab some stripped oak logs, place a bunch of oak logs at the bottom and at the top, just like that. Then grab some glass and fill out this area, place down a item frame at the bottom, or actually in the middle over here, and then one at the bottom over there with a button at the top of that. Then you want to grab an iron sword and place on your iron sword over here. Set it facing up. Then you want to grab a redstone lamp, or actually a glowstone block. Let's actually, you know what? We could use a lantern over there to indicate lighting. And then you want to place this lantern over here in the corner, and then one right over here. And this will basically be repeated for the entire building. One there and one right over in that corner. Alright, so now to continue with our aquarium, we're going to need sand. So let's go ahead and grab sand and place it down in a too long space towards the back. Grab some more of our smooth stone, extend it to back like so, creating a 2x2 area. Then up here, of course, we have that colored block, so we just need to destroy these blocks and replace it with a nice looking smooth stone. And replace our redstone dust in these areas. Like that. Whoops, I destroyed more than I needed to. Alright, so next we need to grab some redstone lamps. And place down a redstone lamp right over here and right over there. This one should be activated, but to solve this problem, we just need to place down our redstone repeater on this side and place down another redstone repeater right in front of it. Okay, so that solves that problem of the redstone activating our redstone lamp. Now we need to grab some tube coral blocks. We're going to use this for the back wall and just place down a set of blue coral blocks like so, and quickly place down the water so that our coral does not die. If it does die, no problem. We could just go ahead and replace it. There you go. And now we have this nice blue background, and to fill out this space, we need to grab some seaweed or some seagrass and also some kelp. So kelp on the floor, make it too high, seagrass on maybe the left and right side, or just spur it around randomly, it really doesn't matter. And then we need to grab some coral. I'm gonna use the fire coral fans, and I'm gonna place one over here and one at the top. And then we need to grab our tropical fish spawn egg, or a bucket of tropical fish, whichever one, and need to right click in this area to spawn a bunch of fish. There you go, and now we have a tank full of tropical fish. Look at that, they're so cute. Okay, now let's go back up over here and grab a smooth stone, fill out this area, and we just need to add a bit of redstone for the activation. Now we're gonna come back towards the front and do the lock before we do the activation for the tank. And wow, that's a pretty cool looking fish. But we need to, in order to do this, we need to grab a redstone comparator, and this redstone comparator is going to take a signal coming out of this middle block, like so, going into a block, into a bit of redstone dust. So let's get rid of some of these items here, into a bit of redstone dust, into a comparator towards the bottom, like so. And we're just going to destroy the floor in this spot and connect it up towards the center elevator area. So if we just dig across like so, we should eventually run into, yep, we should run into the elevator back towards that target block that we placed at the very beginning of the video. And we're just gonna make a space down here where we'll build out our lock system. So we just need to destroy a few more blocks, no problem, and then come back over to this block right over here and build out 1, 2 in this direction, and then 1, 2 in maybe this direction. Yep, and then 1 in towards this direction. So if you're following, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1. And then you want to build out 3 blocks like so, or make a block, an area for 3 blocks to be received, and place down redstone repeaters along this area, just like so. Redstone dust behind it, blocks in front of it, and then we need to go down into the ground here. Come on over to this side, dig out an area right in front of those blocks. Those 3 blocks, and then place down redstone torches in front of them. There you go, and blocks over here with redstone dust on top of those blocks, into a bit of redstone dust, into a redstone repeater. So come back over here and place down a redstone repeater just like that. Boom, there you go. And this is going to head on over, actually one more, because that block will get activated, that bit of redstone dust will get activated by this block. So just go over 1, place down redstone repeater there, into a bit of redstone dust, into a set of blocks that's gonna staircase all the way up to the bottom of that target block. There you go. And now we can test out the system. As you can see, it's pointed upwards and we get no signal, but when we change it, it gives a signal, and if we wrap it all the way around, you can see the signal is still there. Signal is still there. And what is happening here is that this is actually pushing this block up, making a signal impossible to travel through this area to activate the elevator. So that's pretty much how it works. A very simple system, hashtag simple system. But yeah, you point the sword back up to the top and we could reactivate that elevator. Just close up the floor, and then grab yourselves some oak leaves, place down a set of oak leaves right over here, place down a block right over here and right over there, and then grab yourselves a painting. Boom, painting, it's grabbed into the inventory, right click there, place it down, destroy those blocks, and that's pretty much that wall now completed. Now for our bit of redstone here, we just need to destroy this wall. Whoop, there's already space here for us to build, but place down a block right, yeah, that's gonna be tricky. So we need to first actually flip this around, place our button at the bottom and our item frame at the top. Whoops. Let's try this one more time. So there you go. We need to place our item frame at the top here, and then our lantern up there, and then redstone dust down there. And once again, dig out some area so we have a bit of room to work with. I'm actually gonna do it opposite from the original build. I'm gonna do it towards this direction, since we already have like a pre-dug area that we could use. Lantern, and we just need to find those redstone lamps. But using that bit of redstone dust, we're going to place down a block over here, and it's gonna go into a redstone repeater, go into a sticky piston, typical T flip-flop stuff here, guys, and go into another repeater, block on top of that, sticky piston on the side like so, block there, and then redstone torch in the ground, grabbing the signal from this block all the way up to the top. Just gonna wrap this around and sort of snake it up until it's to the top, but we need a target block in this location as well. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a target block. Boom. And bring it down just like this. So there you go. Connect up all this redstone. Come back over here to the front. Right click on that button. And the light should now turn on. So there you go. That's pretty simple. And what we can actually do is move this lamp over one to make it look a little bit better. So let's move the lamp over by one. And to fix this yet again, we just need to place down another torch, or another repeater, excuse me. And also grab ourselves a water bucket and place down water over here to make sure, to make sure that, oh gosh, okay, now, never mind, forget it, get out of here. All these fishes are pushing me around. Yeah, whatever. Place down the redstone lamp there, boom, and target block there, like so, redstone right there, and all the lamps are now lit. Come back over to this side, and then place down our blocks yet again, and boom, there you go. We now have that working aquarium with the working door lock. So next up, I want to show you guys how to make the redstone double doors. We're going to start off in this section right over here, grabbing ourselves our polished blackstone pressure plates. Place 2 of them down on these areas, so when you walk across, you can just step on them, and then make a space of 1 and place down 2 more right over here. Destroy a 2 by 3 area, and then dig 1 more down. Grab yourselves some target blocks and place it down in the ground over here with torches on the top, and then on top of those torches, white concrete blocks. Using your oak door, come on over to this side and place down a doorway like this. There you go, and it should, when it is activated, should look like that, but when it's deactivated, it will look originally like that. So we just replace this over here, grab our torch back, and then come on over to this corner and do the same thing as well. There you go. And just fill this space back up. Dig down into the ground over here, and beneath our pressure plates, down into the ground. Grab yourselves a bit of redstone dust. Bam, 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 and bam. Down here and down there, over here and over there. And then replace the floor area with our white concrete. Now we come back over to this side, and boom, check it out, we have working redstone double doors, and we just need to fill out this area up to the ceiling. Let's go ahead and do that, and just destroy this to make your a path back through, and then we just need to come over here and fill this out. And if you don't already have 4 blocks in this area, just go ahead and fill them in until you connect back up to the main wall. But that's pretty much going to be your double doors for every single side of this building. Very easy to make. We added in all of the doors. Now let's continue with the decoration. I'm going to go to the control room next. Let's pop into that and check it out. It looks kind of sparse at the moment, but we're going to grab some oak stairs, place 2 of them down just like this, and 1 more over there with a cauldron on the right and on the left hand side just next to that sticky piston, an upside down oak stair right over here with an oak slab right in the middle, then 2 oak leaves on top of each one of those cauldrons. Then you want to grab some chains and connect these chains all the way up to the top. And I also hid some of the redstone behind these 2 blocks of oak wood. So that's how I'm connecting it up to that area. But then you want to grab your chain yet again. And from the left side of that cauldron, just build all the way up till you get to the top once more. Place down a flower pot over here with an oak sapling, and then a lantern on top of that table. And then you want to grab 2 different types of carpets. I'm going to use cyan here and red. Place on an L shape like so, and then finish it off with another L shape made out of red carpet, and boom, there you go. That is going to be the floor and pretty much this room decorated. Now it's time to build out our bunker room. So let's get started by grabbing a smooth stone and creating a frame just in this area, tucking it right underneath our slab. Then you want to grab some strip birch log yet again and just build out the floor as well as the wall in the back. This is going to create a nice looking design, very clean, that fits with the rest of the structure. Grab yourselves a cauldron, place it on the left and right hand side with water inside of each. Oak leaves on top. Grab a random block and place on the left and right hand side with a painting in the middle, and then destroy the blocks that we just placed down. So that's that side completed. Now let's do the wall towards the back. Now to do this, you want to build out 2 blocks from this pillar right over here, or the doorway, and 1 from this area over here. And then you want to go 2 back and build here, right there, skip this block and build up over here, and just basically send us all the way up till it is connected right at this location. So we just build across right over there, up over here, and like I said, just fill it out. So what I'm also going to do is grab some of our birch logs that has like the double side, so we could, you know, make it like that. Obviously, since we'll be able to see this area from the top of the building through the glass. So right over there, there, and just leave a 1 space wide gap for a doorway. Come back over to the other side, check how that looks. Pretty cool. Then extend this all the way to the right side. Destroy 3 blocks over here, and then destroy 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and replace the blocks in the ground with birch as well, since we will be able to see this. And then place down some sand at the front. This is where our sugarcane is going to be. Birch over here and over here with a birch block over there as well. Grab yourselves a doorway, and this is going to be a birch doorway just to blend in, of course. Water towards the back. Sugarcane on the sand. Then you can place a sand block over here, and it should remain on that. Oh, actually, it just broke while I was talking, but let's go ahead and just break that sand, or yeah, that's sand for now, and extend this all the way up to the top. Boom, there you go. And then what we need to do is grab some of our oak slabs. So let's grab our oak slabs right here with a trap door, a log, as well as we want a flower pot and just a random flower decoration. So we're gonna come up over here and place down a log facing this way, and skip 1 block and place another one right over here with an upside down slab. Trapdoor on that side. So do the same thing with the other log. Flower pot on top with a flower inside, and this is just gonna help us block off that bit of redstone at the top, which is not too pleasing to look at. For the lift, we need everything inside this chest right over here. Let's go ahead and just grab those items. Once we have that, we want to come on over to this block right over here, and 1 block diagonally, punch out 2, and then punch all the way till you get to the last cauldron on the left, and extend this into a 2 wide area. Now, once you have this space dug out, as you see it, dig down 9 more blocks. So that's 9, not counting the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's do this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you just want to dig out this area, and we can continue building our lift. There's our space cleared, and I also extended the border by 1 block to give us some room to work with. I recommend you do the same as well. Now at the top, we need to place down obsidian on either corner, just like this. I already had the obsidian placed on that side, but once you have that, you want to grab a random block of your choice to mark the location, coming down to this obsidian right over here, extend it all the way down to the bottom, just like so. And once you're down here, count, including this block, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then destroy those 2 blocks right over here. So on the 4th block, we want to place down dispensers facing up. Then you want to remove these blocks because they were just to help guide us. Replace that in the wall, and grab some more obsidian and place 3 of them in front of each dispenser. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and then destroy the 3 blocks behind them. Place down our redstone repeaters going into both dispensers with redstone dust connecting up to those. Then you want to grab yourselves a button, place it down right behind it for now, and then we could continue building up the system by grabbing an observer, placing it facing up on top of our dispenser. then placing a sticky piston on top of that observer with a slime block on top, a sticky piston on the side of that slime block facing down, 2 bits of slime blocks right in front of that sticky piston, 2 blocks out like this, and then 1 observer facing towards the sticky piston. Destroy this block, and then what we need to do is grab some more slime blocks, build 1 up, 2 towards this direction, and 2 towards this direction. And once we have that, we could right click on this button and it will send the entire system up to the top, and it will get stopped by this bit of obsidian over here. Now we're going to build out the other side of this in just a moment, but let's just finish up this by grabbing ourselves some red wool. So let's grab some wool there and place down some red wool in this location, and then some yellow wool, because we're going to make a multicolored carpet. And then once we have that, we want to place down a block right in front of this observer to send it back down to the bottom. And let's try that again. Oh, I understand why it's doing that. Let's send it back up to the top. You want to make sure that none of the slime blocks ever touch regular blocks, and especially with this system, it will completely break it. So what we need to do is grab, for now, an obsidian block and place it right in front of that observer, and it will send the entire system down. So there you go. I managed to figure that out on the fly. We need to destroy that block and place 1 at the back just to mark the location where we'll place our dispensers. A dispenser here, and then we want to place a dispenser right over here as well. Now we could keep whatever block in the back. I'm just going to keep obsidian in that location. Then we need to grab ourselves some of these spruce wood and then build down, I believe, right over here, because it's diagonal to the slime block and won't be able to connect up to it or touch it. So we're just going to build all the way down to the bottom. And once we build down to the bottom, we need to grab ourselves some target blocks. So let's go ahead and do that. Target blocks. And then you want to place the target block on the right and left hand side. Come back over to behind where the obsidian is located. And then you want to destroy this block over here. Place down a bit of redstone dust here on top of those obsidian blocks. Let's just destroy this as well. And then on this side, you want to extend the floor and do the same thing. So now when we place down a button on this location and replace this wall over here, we can activate our dispensers, and that should send the system down. So if we come down over here, right click on that button, it sends the elevator up. There you go. And we right click on this button and it sends it back down. So there you go, guys. Now what we need to do is pretty much clean up this area and also finish up the other side of this. So to do that, we want to grab the honey blocks, because of course slime blocks connect up to each other and honey blocks don't. So we grab a observer block, place it facing up on top of that dispenser yet again, sticky piston facing up, honey block, honey block, honey block, honey block, honey block, and another honey block. And then we want to place a sticky piston facing down, 2 honey blocks on the face of those, a temporary block right in this location. There you go. And then a observer from this position, place it down over there, and it should be pointing towards our sticky piston. Destroy that block, and now we have the bottom section now built out. Grab some of our red wool and place it down right over here, and then some yellow wool right over there. Another L-shaped carpet. You can make whatever pattern you want, but that is pretty much our system. Now if we go ahead and right click on this, it will send the entire thing up to the top. We destroy this block just to get a nice little peek there. And as you can see, that is going to be the floor. We grab ourselves some carpet. Let's grab some yellow and some red. Place down some yellow on this side and some red on that side, just to hide the obsidian if you want. Then you right click on this button and it sends it back into the ground. Now all that's left to do is to design or to decorate this area, and we're going to do that by placing down obsidian blocks over here. And I just want to place down a line of obsidian in this entire area just to be safe. You could obviously place any immovable block that you want or just leave it empty, but then what we need to do is mark the floor to the space, and we do that by using obsidian yet again, immovable blocks just like so, grabbing some of our spruce wood and placing a pillar like that diagonally to our slime block, of course, because they cannot touch. from that position, destroying a few blocks over here, and then grabbing some of our strip birch log. Let's grab some white concrete as well as more spruce wood, and then you want to dig out an area back here. So let's go ahead and do that, leaving a border, grabbing some smooth stone, filling this area out with smooth stone like so, including the floor. And then these blocks you replace with our stripped birch wood. Bam, and right across. And then this entire area, what you want to do is pretty much replace it, or do the same exact thing, but replace it all with our birch instead, because we're gonna cover up most of this with our random decorations, our tools and essentials that we need inside of a bunker, of course. So there we go, almost finished. And now we need to do the same thing on this side with our birch. Again, you can make the pattern however you want. I'm just decorating it how I would choose. And of course, we have some redstone over there, so we want to make sure not to bother that area. And do not place a block over here, guys, because it will get caught on a slime block and break your system. And also, we need to replace the block over here because we just broke, the redstone over there, because we just broke the block that had the redstone on top. And then we did the same thing over here. So make sure you go ahead and replace those bits of redstone. Bam, and almost finished here, guys. There you go. Now it comes time for the real fun decorations. So to do the decorations for this area, we just want to grab a bed, grab a painting, and then grab as many of these cool looking blocks or the essential blocks that you need as possible. Let's just grab a bunch of smelters and stone cutters and just spam this around. A loom. Let's place them over here. Grindstone, sure. We have cartography table, a flinching table, and maybe a crafting table as well. Let's go with a classic crafting table in this area since we need one. Add a smithing table right over here. Our bed in this corner. A 1x1 bed with a painting towards the back of it. That's kind of creepy to be sleeping under. Let's change it into something a bit nicer. Whoa, that's even worse actually. So there we go. It's a pretty nice painting. We want to put a lantern hanging from over here, not over here because it will break the system. Then we want to place down ladders on this side with a set of iron bars in the center. So that is pretty much the bunker. Now what we need to do is connect up a bit of redstone to this block right over here. So we destroy that obsidian, come down over here, grab some of our redstone items that we need, and then grab a block of our choice. So I'm just going to use some acacia wood here since it's the first thing I saw. And coming from the bottom of this log, destroy a block, place down a bit of redstone dust, and destroy this, then destroy this, and basically snake it down until you get to the redstone. And it's going to be very simple since we don't need a T flip-flop. It just activates with a button. Boom, there you go. Replace that block and then place down a stone button right over here. I'm just gonna, place it right over there. I'm pretty sure it won't affect the system. Right click on it. And there you go, guys. So let's try it one more time. Look at that, it's a working lift. Alright, so that was pretty awesome, and that's going to complete this room. We just have the final room to do, which is the armor equipment station. We're going to do the decorating first so we know exactly where to place our redstone. Alright, so we need everything inside of this chest. Let's just go ahead and break that and grab all of those items. There you go. We need the smooth quartz, all the quartz blocks basically first in our hands, as well as the slabs. And then we're also going to need to grab one of these oak or spruce wood blocks. Now, we need to come from this block over here and dig out 1, 2, 3, leaving only a 1 block barrier on the sides, and do the same thing on the other side, just like that. And then what we need to do is place down some smooth quartz staircases in these locations, and they're going to progressively go down as we build. So, and then you want to just destroy this space right in front of our staircase to make some room to work with. The next thing we want to do actually before we start destroying out everything is to mark the center block. So the center block should be right over here. It's going to be 4 blocks to the right and 5 blocks to the left. So it's not exactly even, but it's 10 blocks in total. And then also 4 blocks towards the back. So, and 2 blocks of our chiseled stone bricks over here, one into the ground, and then one on top. Remember, we need to remove a layer in front of our staircases over here as well. 2 blocks over here, 2 blocks over there, the 2 blocks in the corner like I showed you. We need to extend our spruce wood to these locations. We need to put chisel stone on the edges of these staircases, and then our quartz stairs between the spruce and the chisel stone. So we should now have a staircase that looks something like this. Well, it should look exactly like this, but now what we need to do is go ahead and grab our smooth sandstone slabs and basically dig out this area so we could place the upside down slabs in this location. Over here on this side, what we'll need to do is replace this wall, and the wall is going to go all the way back, but not this wall over here. So it's going to go for the side walls being spruce wood, and we're going to replace this side with spruce wood as well. So I'm just going to mark it for now so I know exactly where to build. So to do this, we want to just memorize what we did over here and not to mess it up too much. Just grab that and start destroying the bottom layer of these blocks. And we'll also have to destroy this over here and this over there and that over there as well. Just try to remember what you did, and then what we'll do is build out with our birch a roof. And that's our roof. So look at that, guys. We now have this really nice area to work with. Now to build up the back wall, we're just going to use our quartz brick stairs as an outliner. So again, make sure you don't break into any redstone, but make a outline with the quartz brick. Now we need to mark the center block yet again. It's going to be this one right over here, and we just mark it all the way at the edge. Then on the left and right hand side, we place pillars. And these pillars are going to go up and just make a 2 space, not counting, maybe counting the bottom block. Sure, go ahead and count that. Or I'm actually going to put it right over here. Grab some regular quartz, some smooth quartz, and build out this area. And then I'm just going to place my pillars like that just to give a nice little pattern. But I'm going to continue building here by grabbing some spruce slabs and placing them upside down on the block right above our doorway pillar, upside down right beneath that slab. So let's go ahead and try that again. It doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, that's fine. Let's place it one up, and it should work right now. There you go. And we just need to place it on the edges. And then we need to place the end rods on the face of those levers. Just like that. Boom, there you go. And then one more in the middle to create a really cool decoration. Then we need to place 3 item frames and then our 3 pieces of armor. So going from gold to diamond to netherite. Let's clear our inventory and grab all the resources for our statues inside this chest. You can go ahead and pause the video and take a look at that. We need to first start by building one away from the back wall and one away from this pillar. So it's going to be right over here, boom, into the ground, and right over here, boom, into the ground. Next, we want to place down cobblestone walls on top of either one. Then grabbing our spruce planks, build up 2 on each side, destroy at the block at the bottom and place down upside down spruce stairs. And then at the top of this, place down our smokers. Getting rid of our smokers, grab our spruce trapdoors and place our jungle trapdoor into our hotbar. Placing down here on the sides of our smokers the spruce trapdoors. Do it over here as well, so we're building 2 at the same time. And then our hoppers beneath them. So as you can see, we would need to expand it one out to the right. I probably miscounted there. But either way, we place down our hoppers by shift and right clicking at the bottom of those trapdoors. Then we could get rid of these hoppers. And on the top of our smokers, place down our jungle trapdoor. We place down a white banner in the front of our plank. Then we place down cobblestone walls beneath our hoppers. We're going to place a cobblestone wall here, a fence on top, and finally an iron bar to make it look like a sword. So there you go. I actually needed to place this one higher, so I would place the stone block one higher off the ground. That way, you know, it looks a bit more intimidating and they don't look like so short. But either way, it looks pretty cool nonetheless. We have another chest for the redstone. Go ahead and pause the video, take a look at that. But we're going to break this, grab all of those items. That is so satisfying. And we're going to place down the dispenser in our inventory first. The button's going to be last, and we need the redstone repeater in there as well. we're gonna start off by also grabbing a slab to mark our floor location. So we don't really need this white concrete at the moment. We're gonna place it in our inventory, but this is where our slab is going to be. It's gonna be a right side up slab, and right beneath that, we could go ahead and just destroy this for now. Place down the dispensers facing up. Slab right on top by shift and right clicking, and then we just need to dig back 4 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then give us some room to work with over here on either side, as well as maybe a layer on top, and then we could do a bit more a little bit later. But either way, place down 1, 2, 3, 4 hoppers going into that 1 dispenser. Then we need to grab our white concrete. It's coming in handy right now, and place down, I believe, a block right over here and over here with redstone dust going up like so. And we need to also have blocks right next to those dispensers. Keep that in mind. Then we need to place down a block right over here and then 1 right over there, and make sure that we have some lighting coming into this area so we can actually see what we're doing. We can destroy this right hand side for now. And then we just need to place down a block at the top. Grab our button, place a button right over here, and this will mark the location for the next bit of redstone, which is going to be a block on this side. Destroy the blocks over here above the redstone, and then coming down into this hole, place observers that are looking upwards. So the red spot is down here and the face is up there, and come down into the hole and do the same thing on the other side. Boom, there you go. And then block over here, block up over there. Let's destroy these blocks as well. Block up over here. There you go. And on top of this final hopper towards the back, we're going to place down a chest. We're going to grab ourselves a torch for some lighting. Let's place down a torch right over here. Boom. And then we need to place down our droppers on these corners. So on the corner of the hopper and on the corner of the chest. There you go. Then we want to place redstone dust on top of each one of these droppers, and then we place down redstone torches on the side, like so. Redstone dust here and here. Redstone repeater. I thought I already placed this down, that's why I got rid of it, but redstone repeater we need to place down at that location facing towards the wall, set to a 4-tick delay, and 1 facing towards our 2 redstone torches set to a 4-tick delay as well. Bam! So there you go, guys. It is actually working, and that's pretty much going to complete this room. Now all that's left is to decorate our storage room that's located near our elevator. We have all of our blocks. Let's just finish this thing up. We need to first try to get over that water. There you go. And replace this entire floor with our stone bricks. Now, while I'm doing this, I do want to assure you guys that these creations do work on Java Edition. They work on the latest version of 1.16.4. And if you're having trouble on Bedrock Edition, don't worry about it. Go down to the description box down below, click on the MCPE playlist or the Redstone tutorial playlist and replace it with your own creations. This is just a concept. You guys can put your own spin on it. That's the whole idea about this channel, just to give you some really cool ideas. Now, we're going to continue building the walls here and just fill it up with our stripped birch wood. So let's just extend up this wall on this side. And if you guys are watching all the way to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. I think that's so cool that some of you stick around this long into the video, and honestly, you guys are epic. You're making my channel like so fun, and you're really supporting it. I'll be honest, it's really awesome to you know, have that kind of support on my channel. I always appreciate it. But what we're gonna do here as well is, coming from this second block, we're going to extend it down so it's 3 blocks high, and then we want to extend this block over here as well as build up on this side to cover up all of that redstone to make it look like an actual room. But either way, I'm going to continue building this wall on this side. And as I said, guys, this is episode 3 of a series. Go check out episode 2 and episode 1 because those were also pretty cool. Don't place a block above this because it needs to move up, but what you can do is replace these blocks over here with our stripped birch. I'm not going to do that right now because you guys get the idea. Punch that block out, place it over there, and then replace it with, you know, a torch on top. And then on this end, you do want to replace the stone bricks on the floor as well. Like I said, the entire stone floor. But as I was saying, episode 1 was an 8x8 house. It was pretty small, but a really cool modern design. Very compact if you want to build something that's not as large as this. As well as episode 2 was the floating redstone house, which I think was a pretty cool design. Obviously, all blocks float in Minecraft, but I think it looks really nice and will definitely impress your friends if you build it. But either way, we could extend this wall up like so. You could do it over here as well. And we only need really one space for that redstone to come through. So there you go. That's pretty nice. It's going to look even nicer from the top side. Everything's looking pretty good. Now we just need to add in the storage area on this location. Let's go ahead and bring this down by 1. And just, you don't want to build on the glass because it won't look like, you know, inside of a building. You just want to leave some space there if you can. And then you want to pretty much grab some barrels and place them on the right and left hand side like this, and then in the middle grab some lanterns, place a lantern here, and then chains in the middle like so. Whoops, it's really hard to place these chains. I'm gonna place down another set of chains, but like I said, you could add pretty much anything that you want into the map. Chests over here, or actually chests with our spruce trapdoors on top. And then a chest over here with another spruce trapdoor. Chest and spruce trapdoor. Finally, our oak signs by holding shift and right clicking. The absolute final thing that you have to do is replace all of the glass you may have broken while you were building this, and then come to the bottom of this glass area over here and replace it with stone brick stairs. So it's going to be a little bit tricky to do this. What I usually do is just extend the floor up by 1. So I will extend the floor like this, and then right beneath the glass, like I was saying, we need to grab our stone brick stairs and place them down like so. And try not to sneeze. Oh my gosh. Place down a regular glass there, and boom, that's one side that you copy for the entire structure as well as for the corners. And as I try not to sneeze here at the very end, yeah, look, I broke all the glass at the top trying to figure out where everything was, but as you can see, there is stone everywhere on this section, and it fits with the theme of the entire build. But anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, please take 1 second to crush that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave a comment down below. Your comments, your likes, and your shares help this channel out so much, and I absolutely love every single one of you who do that. But either way, this was Twiistz. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.